Oh, oh man.
Is that another road? Yeah, that's another road. Okay.
What's that? Yeah. That'll be good. Oh. Oh. You'll probably be my assistant. Hey.
It's not him, I guess. Oh, what's the matter?
Oh, you stole like everything I was gonna do. It's like, oh, I'm gonna tweak it slightly and I'll.
Second foundation, everyone's warmed up and ready.
Yeah. So what is the green sash? Is that
Middle of the road.
okay?
Middle of the road.
All right.
Lucky to still have the seafood.
Yeah.
Always learning.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Dude, now in Kung Fu, those are the types of belts you'll use as opposed to the harder ones, or do they use?
The people I've met wear a sash.
Okay.
Where I'm sure traditionally it's silk.
Right.
Probably some poly. Is that a microphone?
Yeah. So I've got my camera up there and it'll hear a little bit of everything
No
I'm
way
saying.
to remember unless you tape.
Yes. Yeah.
I've been doing that for years. Every seafood mark got us started. After the end of every class, I grab a couple classmates and go, all right, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And they go, it's never 2 minutes. I'm like, 2 minutes.
So my wife gets mad at me because I don't remember everything she says. You just got to tell me more. So I tell you the same stories every day of the rest of your life. Everything I say, I'm going to say it a lot. So you'll remember it all.
What network are you going to be on? For the show? You shot the pilot?
Oh, can't talk about that.
Oh,
Yet.
never mind.
No.
Never mind. So his wife was on.
Yeah, my wife won America's Next Top Model a few years back. I just like bragging about it. She hates that I bring it up, but I tell everyone.
And she evidently kicks like a mule.
Oh, she does. Oh, it's constant. She's been training as long as I've been training. Yeah, we've got 6 kids, so we just stayed busy doing other stuff where she couldn't fight as much. But yeah, we've got a good team, and now we just fight each other all the time. Oh, she kicks like a mule. Therapy, yeah. So today, I was actually going to do a lot of what you were showing, so I'm going to have to tweak it slightly and change plans. I saw you starting with an arm drag. Oh, I was going to do the arm drag. So what I want to start with first is we're going to break a double underhook. Would you be my assistant for me? All right, so typically, and I should say UFC for about 10 years, current karate combat champion. I've got over 80 fights. I've been training for about 19 years. I could be a black belt any day, but I'm on like my 6th year of being a brown belt. I'll get there when I get there. It's not the belt isn't all that important to me just yet, but I'm sure it will be at some point. So that's roughly my experience. And yeah, I wrestled a little bit in high school, a little bit in college, just enough to get beat up by the good guys. And then I went on to become an athlete, and now I get to tease all the wrestlers that used to beat me up. So we're going to start with double underhooks. What that means is he's got 2 arms under my 2 arms. So it's like he's giving me a big old hug. It's a bad spot to be in. You can lock your hands around my back. Oh, there we go. Now it's a hard spot to get out of, and it is his advantage. If you have the underhook, you're winning. So we're going to just start by breaking this. What I want to do is hands around his elbows. I'm locking them, and I'm going to pinch my elbows together. I'm going to poof my butt out. So one more time, he's in there nice and tight, trying to do whatever he's going to do. I'm locking my hands. I'm going to pinch my elbows. I'm going to poof my butt out. Let's start with that. We'll do it for like 3 minutes because it's simple enough, but it'll break a good grip. So if you're roughly the same size, you can hold on. You can make them have to let go. Let's do that, and then we'll go on. We'll actually go on into an arm drag from there. Sound good? All right, ready? Oh.
And then grasp your arms together.
Lock your hands together. Good. Now pinch your elbows, poof your butt. Yep.
So get that other. You gotta get.
Now it is going to be harder for him because you've got long arms compared to him.
So you're gonna grab and then you're gonna.
Pinch your elbows together, poof your butt out, poof. So you're creating that distance. And just keep poofing.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
When you're pushing off, are you doing it like this, or how do you have your hands usually?
If you lock out of me,
Yeah.
so I'm in here. I'll get the S grip, and I'm just rotating my elbows in.
So you're doing the S grip?
Yep, I'll go the S. If I can get Gable, I think the S grip's a better grip. Yeah, just pinch those elbows in. I'm just making his arms are extended. I'm trying to rotate his hands, which weakens his grip. Yeah. That was so cute.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
And now it's just squeeze.
Pinch those elbows, poof that butt. Perfect.
That breaks my grip right away.
As you come around and you're pinching on those elbows, are you clasping your hands together?
I'm getting usually it's going to be an S grip because it's what I'm going to be able to reach. There's nothing wrong with this. It's just a better grip, the S grip is. And then I'll pinch those elbows together. That kind of rotates your hands in the wrong way, and the little butt poof breaks it. Beautiful. All right, bring it in. You guys are getting it real well. Now, there's always, would you be my assistant for a second? There's always a chance that they're just big and strong or have the long arms. You just can't break the grip. So this is my secret technique. Here, turn this way for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pinch my thumb. I'm just going to break them. And I swear to God, I've done it in fights. It works really well. You're tickling them, but it's completely legal in whatever competition you're doing.
Not tickles.
Oh, anyways, thank you. So it's just a little rib break. I do it all the time. It's always hilarious when I do it. Now, we're going to go on to the arm drag. Now, where's Coach? Coach, that was just, I'm missing him somewhere. Oh, he's over there. Coach, he was doing the arm drag. He was digging in real deep, and he was turning the body. I do it a little bit different. Will you be my assistant again? I'm going to be calling you up all day. All right, so everything, I break his grip. What I want to do from here, we'll turn in this way first, is my hand I can go either way I want to go. I like typically going to the side my head is on. I'm sliding my thumb up to the crook of his elbow. My other hand is swimming in. Now, instead of grabbing deep, I'm grabbing the tricep. Once I have the tricep, I can let go, and I'm pulling him. It's like starting a lawnmower. Boom. I'm trying to pull him into me. So I break everything, boom, coming down. Then I'm grabbing that back that way. Could I use you once just so you can see it? Perfect. So everything's staying nice and simple, breaking the grip, thumb goes to the elbow, pushing down, sliding across. Now it's like starting a lawnmower, boom. And then I'm grabbing the back from there. You can get trickier with it. I'll show you, but we won't do it. Is as I'm pulling him through, I'm going to Elvis knee him. I'm going to swat his knee, which just makes him fall over. So I'll go real slow. Boom, I break everything. As I'm going, I'm swatting that knee. And it's a lot of fun when it works. At the very least, he stumbles a little, I get his back. At the very least, I'm going to take his back anyways. So we're going to go back over the arm drag, but instead of me pulling myself to him, I'm going to pull him to me this time. Just a little tweak. Both work. It's just the way I've always done it. Any questions? All right, Ray! That was a great clap, guys.
It's a Graceland.
Yeah, it's the little Elvis knee. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. pull him more. Yeah, we're try and get rip his shoulder off. It'll be all right.
Okay, where's the first?
So you drop good. Now that's putting the pressure down. Now your right hand's gonna swim in, grab that so you don't have to grab that deep. You can just grab the like that. Yeah. Thumb will slide down to his wrist. Now pushing down, pulling through. Push down. No. You just right in there. Yep. Now rip, beautiful. And then you grab that back.
Thank you. Okay, now what?
So break that.
Swim over. There we go.
Oh, swimming.
Yeah. Now you're grabbing real deep on that tricep. I don't need to get up. I can just grab the meat.
Just the meat.
Yep. The thumb will slide down to his wrist, push down, rip across. Perfect. As I'm ripping, I can let go of his wrist. Once, yeah.
I think we're stuck.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll grab him. I don't think I totally have.
All right. So we pop her hands, butt poof. Good. Boom. Right, there we go. Now you're going to take your hand, thumb goes to her elbow. Good. So you're going to push down a little bit. A little too far. Now this hand, you're going to swim over. Boom. And you're going to grab her tricep. Right there. As soon as you get the tricep, this goes to the wrist, slides down. Now rip her to me. Let go. And now you can have her back. So if I do it to you once. Yeah. So I break the grip. I get he's locking in. I pop the hips. I thumb in the crook of the elbow. I'm just creating a little distance. Swim over. I grab the tricep. I don't want it. He was going real deep with it. Perfectly fine. Just not what I'm showing right now. Grab that tricep. Slide to the wrist. As soon as I'm on the wrist, push down. I can let go. Then I rip him through. That's the goal. And I'm ripping like I'm starting that lawnmower. I'm trying to pull him to me as opposed to me stepping around him. Yeah. That makes sense to you, ladies?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. You're an expert.
Butt back. And once you break that grip, there you go. Create that space.
Too deep. So all I want to do is I just want to grab the tricep. You're getting real in there, which is more of where he was getting real deep with it and then stepping around.
Okay.
Just grabbing the meat of that tricep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Beautiful. And then grab that back. What's that?
I have to go in a couple minutes.
Okay, no, I understand.
Put that thumb on top, like right here. And then this one's gonna swim over and under. You're gonna grab right at the back of that tricep. Slide this one out. Hop on the back.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Beautiful, love it. High time, bring it back in. Beautiful. I love the arm drag. It's my favorite move. You don't have to do it from the clinch. It's if we're just wrestling a little bit, we're moving on. I'll get it from the outside all day long, and I'll just pull him. And you know show this. If he's gonna arm drag me, and I want to get out of the arm drag, I just arm drag back. He arm drags me, I just do it right back to him. It is. And you just whoever stops do-si-doing first loses the arm drag war. The other way is just turn your head towards it, and that stops it too. I arm drag for like ever, and then Dan Henderson like one day recently said, "You just turn your head, and that stops it too." So, all right, well, thanks. All right, so now we got the arm drag. Now we're gonna choke him a little bit. I am a bigger fan of making it hurt as opposed to putting him to sleep. Because if you make it hurt, they'll let you put him to sleep. Same thing with most submissions with the UFC. I'm gonna hit them until they wanna be submitted, then I'm gonna hit a little bit more until they let me submit them. We already left. You're sitting, see, that's the problem with sitting up front. Yeah. So I get behind him. Now everyone knows the rear naked choke where I'm coming through, I'm locking everything up, and I'm trying to break him down. I'm a bigger fan of instead of going elbow deep, sliding across, I'm getting my forearm on that throat. From here, I'm gonna lock my hands, This is gonna hurt a little bit.
I feel it.
I'm gonna pull back with it. So I'm crushing the throat. I'm in deep, and then I'm bringing it back that way.
I paid the ticket. I might as well go on the ride.
Here, let me get you now. So I got behind him. Everything's great. Instead of going all the way through, I like, boom, keeping it right in there. I want my forearm to be on his throat. It's immediately uncomfortable for him. This hand slides through. I'm hiding my elbow as close to his spine as I can get it. I'm pulling it backwards. It's going to hurt a little bit. And immediately, they go out and they start walking him down. Does that make sense to everyone? It hurts more than it chokes, but they're going to tap to everything. They're going to tap anyways, or at the very least, they're going to get to where I can do whatever I want to next. The next move we do is going to hurt even more, but this is just to get them there. Any questions? All right, Ray!
By the way, I love this shirt.
Oh.
We should suggest. So am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? Or am I
Yeah,
gonna do
those are
that?
your options.
Yeah. The moment I saw it, I'm like, that's perfect.
So the more you hide your elbow, so your elbow's kind of in front of his shoulder, the more I can get my elbow on line or behind his shoulder, the more I can hurt him the faster. And the goal is to hurt him. Oh yeah, and if anything hurts, tap. That means this, or go, ah. Yes, ideally. Beautiful. See, it stinks, right? It's terrible. You can get people's faces in this. It's glorious. Yeah, I'm fine going S grip too. S grip is probably the better grip.
Okay.
I'm an old school guy. I gable grip still. When I'm teaching, yes,
Which works better?
the S grip.
Does it?
Yeah, I didn't do it at first, so I don't do it now. Now I go gable,
Okay.
but S grip is the better grip. Yeah.
And then those elbows being tucked under.
Yep. So if I'm getting behind you, boom. This elbow, I don't want in front.
Right.
I want to keep it back.
Yep.
I'm locking everything down, and then I'm hiding my elbow by your spine, then pulling everything backwards.
So are you trying to push this part in?
Right in there.
That's the hardest part. Right
Yep,
there.
yep. I'm just trying to make it real hard for you to talk.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
sure. Now these chokes, I always tell you, only do it to your friends or your enemies. If you don't really know them, don't do it to them because it's kind of a jerk move. Did you see Whitaker last weekend? I did. He had his teeth pushed in. It's the grossest thing. I mean, he tapped like faster than. So why would he tap? I know it hurts, but his teeth went under his tongue, and it was the that. Yeah. Oh, it's the terrible feeling. It's a terrible feeling. Submitting someone's great, but hurting them, I love hurting them. Now, see how your elbow's in front of him? Hide your elbow behind him. Now pull everything back. And you can walk your feet backwards too. There's no reason not to. He will either fall or it'll hurt. Yeah.
What's the hand configuration you like on that?
Oh, so I'm in nice and... I can do gable.
Yeah.
S grip is usually my preferred one. Now he's hiding his chin where I can't get the throw. I'm gonna cross face hard, and then there I might even just go into there and just try and attack the jaw that way. A lot of times it'll hurt. They'll open their neck, and then I can do it the other way. Yeah. Now, hiding the neck is the right idea. Just be prepared that it's gonna hurt worse until. Yeah.
You need a volunteer. I'm all for it.
All right, I'm using you next.
I love volunteers.
I'm using you
You can
next.
throw me around.
Next one's gonna hurt too. You're gonna love it.
Yeah.
How's it going here? Oh, good. Well, let's see it. This will be easier for you on her than it will be for her on you. I'd never think. Beautiful.
Here, just so I don't end up falling backwards.
Now, see how your elbow's in front? Hide your elbow. Beautiful. All right, time. So I love that choke. We're gonna kind of get back to it. I'm gonna use. nothing's hurt, right? Or something hurt? All right, come on. It's not that I'm going to get the takedown from back here. So I'm going to give up. I'm not going to get the choke. I got the arm drag. Everything's great. I'm locked in here. Now, coach is showing buckle the knees. I was going to show that also, so I'm going to just show something a little different. All you have to do is if I just jump to my knees, he's going to fall. That's all you've got to do. First time someone did that to me was Fernando Gonzalez. I was defending, and he just dropped to his knees, and it was the most frustrating thing in the world because I'm stuck on my butt, and there's very little to do from there. So that's the easy part. Now I'm gonna add the choke also. I'm gonna do it once to him, then I'll get you. So I'm in nice and tight. I just dropped to my knees. Now instead of looking for that choke, what I'm gonna do, this is a fun one, I'm gonna hug his heart. I'm gonna bring him to me, and I'm gonna bring my knees backwards. My shoulder is gonna push his head forwards. And it's a crank. It'll hurt, and his option is to either tap to it or give me the choke. Can I do that?
I volunteered by the way. He's not picking on me. All right.
So I get behind, locking the hands. Now I'm going to jump to my knees. You're going to fall there. Boom. Good. Now from here, I'm close to her. I'm not going to get it. I got to slide back, and I'm bringing her with me. And then I'm just pushing, but I'm pushing her head forwards, and I'm sucking her heart down. Now if she, her chin is tucked or whatever, if she pops that chin up because it hurts, I've got my choke now. And I can choke with one arm by hiding my elbow. But again, bringing her heart and her shoulders to me, pushing her head away from me. And that one hurts a bunch, so enjoy that one. Any questions? This is a crank. In a jiu-jitsu tournament, if you're Brazilian, it's allowed. If you're not, it's probably going to be illegal, but it's fine. Brazilians get away with some stuff. All you got to say, no, I was choking. It wasn't a crank. I was choking him. It's a crank. Any questions? All right, Ray! Let's see the takedown, and then we'll get both the crank, and we'll finish with the choke. No, he's lying this way, you're lying that way. Line yourself up.
Straight on.
Straight on.
There you go.
It was all on my shoulder the first time. I was like,
Yeah.
my shoulder's just going to give out.
Careful behind you, there's a table of weapons. Now, I don't want you to, right now both hands are over him, you're gonna have a seatbelt. There, that's where we're gonna sit, there. Now, he's on top of you, so you gotta slide away.
Like this, right?
Yeah, good. Now, keep sliding away and just hug his heart as tight as you can and push his head. You gotta get your knees further away. Get your knees as far away as you can. Hug him down, push his head forwards.
So you're kind of like sprawling out behind them.
A little bit. If I sprawl too much, I'll get off balance and they'll be able to twist. So I'm just slowly, as I'm squeezing, sliding my knees away. And I'm finding that happy medium.
Lower your weight.
Yes. No, you've got to slide backwards. Bring him that way. So right now he's leaning this way. I want him leaning this way. Good. Keep sliding your knees. Now push his head forwards with your shoulder, but keep. There we go. You'll find that if you're too forward, you're just squishing him forwards. It's uncomfortable, but he'll be okay. You pull him back. So if he's here, he'll be okay. It's when he's here, he's in trouble. Here, he's got very limited mobility, and you're pushing his head forward to where he can't breathe anymore.
Were you switching from a seatbelt to a different grip there, or did you still have him in?
I'm keeping seatbelt.
Okay.
Yeah. If their option is to pop that chin to get, then I go to the choke, and I go to the same choke we were doing standing. Beautiful.
That's my wife.
What's funny is this one will work on him. Size difference doesn't.
Yes, I'm gonna use it next week.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful Chuck. But yeah, the takedown works. Size doesn't matter so much.
They won't see it coming.
All right. Beautiful.
Right, exactly. Yeah,
Oh, is your neck all jacked up?
I have tortillas.
I don't know what that is. Wait, I do know what that is. How'd you do that? I mean, that's not a lot. That's
I
a.
was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Born 18 months old.
Oh, really?
It's like my neck was stuck like this.
Okay.
They're shorter. One size shorter, so she has to stretch it all.
I didn't know it was something like. I've had it before where like 3 weeks that just kind of are terrible. When you get the, but then don't do this. Or maybe this will fix you. Consult the doctor first.
Then I'm pushing out, breaking it up, stretch, and then I can drop. Try it again.
Yeah, it looks perfect. Yeah. Now, there you go. Now jump to your knees.
Yep, keep those knees going back.
Don't go cup down.
Be able to pull into your chest.
Stay on those knees because you want to be able to push forwards. As soon as I get down to it, I can't push forwards anymore. So I got to stay on the knees so I can lean forward. With my shoulder, I'm pushing his head down.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I understand that completely. Yeah, that makes sense. I put my legs out behind me, there's no traction.
Right.
But on my knees, I can.
Right. Just another minute, we'll move on. Ideally, you'll get your shoulder on the back of her head.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
There's less space. You're able to push a little more.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Follow it up. This one goes. Bring your hands together. Okay, there you go. Now we're gonna drop. Yep. Now drive your shoulder forward while you're pulling my chest.
There it is. Yeah. And there's that moment of, oh, it's in. You can't tap fast enough. All right, time. Bring it in. All right, so that was all starting up front, getting to the back. Now let's say I'm just staying up front. I'm going to do a little takedown. I'm old now. I don't like to shoot, so everything I like to do is Greco-ish. I like staying vertical with it. I just say that I never like going down. It's too much work. Cutting you, sir. No shoulder problems? Perfect. So now, instead of him starting over under, we're starting neutral. I have one under, he has one under, I have one over, he has one over. We're neutral here. What I'm gonna say, what we're gonna drill now is my overhook is gonna come to the other side of his head. I'm locking in, and now I'm gonna apply pressure to the shoulder. As I apply pressure to the shoulder, my feet are gonna circle. It's gonna take him right down. He'll go wherever I lead him. I can take him straight back. I like to circle with a little bit more, just there's always a cage behind me, so I like to circle with it, try and get him in as center a spot as I can. Do it one more time with you. Boom, we're over under. I can get some pressure on there. I'm trapping the arm here. Now I want his arm between my shoulder and my neck. If it gets down too low, I can still do it. It's just a lot more difficult. So if it's low, I'll shrug it up. Hugging everything to my chest. I'm just walking down. Down with it. Let's see, can I do it to you? Come on up. Come on up. All right, so we're over under. This is on his underhook, my underhook. I'm gonna attack the arm that my underhook has. So I'm swimming over. As soon as I'm over, I like putting some pressure on that jaw. Once I get him moving, I connect my hands. My forearm that was in front of his jaw is now going to his sternum, hugging everything to me. Now stand nice and tall. Now I'm hugging everything down. I'm walking backwards with it. And then I can punch or do whatever. Does that make sense to everyone? Go ahead. Over under, it's a fairly neutral position. They have every advantage I have. So I'm just trying to take advantage of it. There's the wrestling, I can snap down and look for my cow catcher. This one's way more fun. All right, let's see it. Ray! And it is attacking the shoulder. Good, now just walk backwards with it. That looks perfect. I don't want you to be so wound up that way. Keep walking your feet backwards. Good.
So away from him.
Yep, so I'm in there and keep pressuring down, pressuring down. It's attacking the shoulder. It's also eventually an armbar. We're gonna get to the armbar next. Yeah, good. Yeah. This is the one I catch people with and they don't know it's there. They don't know I have anything. Overhook. Overhook goes in front of his face. Nope. There. Wait, you have two overhooks.
That's what I thought.
So you need an underhook. There we go. Overhook goes in front of his face. Beautiful.
Yep.
Hugging it to your chest. I need you to squeeze to your chest sooner.
Got it. Practice that. Jawline.
There we go. Now back up with it. Good. The more space I can get, the more I'm going to force him down.
Okay.
Once he's bent over, the space doesn't matter as much. But as soon as I get it, take that step backwards
Okay, so
to get him bent over first. Yeah.
good space for him to go into.
Yes.
Okay.
Walk backwards.
Yep. Hug her tight. Hug her shoulder to your chest. Good. Now create some back up with it. Bring her with me. There we go. Now we can start circling with it. There you go.
That
And
locks up my shoulder.
it's attacking the shoulder. Yeah.
That like all the way up here.
Take your overhook. Come on the other side of the overhook. You're gonna clasp those hands together. Try to get this shoulder up on your neck there.
Don't grab like this. What'll happen is all your fingers will break.
Not to grab out.
Don't grab like this. It'll break all your fingers. Yeah.
There you go. And then a little circle.
Beautiful. Now punch her in the face. Get her. Oh man, he didn't even hesitate. It was immediate.
Here. Give a little shoulder bump. Here.
Lock those hands. Lock your hands. Good. Remember, I need you to hug him to you. There. Now I can start doing. And then I'll hide that a little bit. Perfect. Now it's yours. Now create that distance. Circle around with it. Here, let me get you with it one time.
Sure.
So I'm in there, boom. You were resting a hand, grabbing your hands, and then there's a lot of space.
Okay.
I want it to be mine.
Gotcha.
So even before I move my feet, you're already bent over. Yeah. And then I go where I want with it.
Yeah. Holy shit. Well, you are the champ.
And the only option is you can get suddenly way stronger than me and flex out of it, or you go to the ground.
And let's face it on those two. All right.
Good, except you see how you ended up in his guard? Keep your feet, I want your feet always moving in front of it. Slide it over. There you go. His goal will be to get you in guard. Your goal is to don't let it happen. And we'll kind of get into it a little bit more next time. That looks great. That looks great.
You're keeping it nice and tight. On
Nice and tight. I'm almost reaping that tricep even. Yeah.
Thank you.
And this is another one that the size won't matter. You could, yep, getting there will be the hardest part, but once you're there, you'll take me down, even if I'm trying not to let you. It's hard for me to stand up or do anything out of there. Yeah. Kick him in the face.
Now you can.
Yeah.
New rules. Down, we're down,
I thought it was just, if your knees are on the ground, I don't think you can kick in the face yet.
Yeah, just your hand.
I think one hand down, you,
That's right.
yeah.
But you can still knee down.
And I'd be willing to bet it still changes from every state. Like the unified rules are not unified. The unified rules still change every state. Like certain states, that was already a rule. You could kick to somebody.
Gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the nerve. When he was twisting around, the nerve right here hit against his knee, and now my knee's paralyzed.
Use your other one. You've got two of them. This is a fun one where size doesn't matter. Like the hard part is getting there, but once you're there, you'll take down. It doesn't really matter. I mean, they would have to be so much bigger for them to be able to stop it. All right, time. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so now we'll tweak it a little bit, and then I'll add the arm bar to it. Can I use you this time? Can I use you? Yeah. Oh, just give me that arm right away. Let's say he's big and strong, and I'm having a hard time breaking his posture. I'm going to reap his tricep. What I mean by that is it's going to hurt a little bit. Sure. I'm going to take my thumb, I'm going up with it, and it'll help guide everything. Now, what I want to work now is we're going to work the arm bar. He's down, but he's not done, so I just keep going. He's going to fall over eventually. Once he's over, knee to the belly, his arm is still stuck, and now I'm going to attack. Right now, I'm attacking his tricep. Maybe I'll get it. If I don't, I just slide up to his elbow. My shoulder goes that way, his elbow comes to me. And again, if I can't find that sweet spot, reap the elbow. Boom, or the tricep.
Kind of pinching that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it stings a bunch. So here, his elbow is a little bent that way, so I can't get it. I pull that tricep, I reap it here. And then it hurts a lot worse. I can bring it in and get that submission. Thank you, sir. Oh, let me get you now. He's got to be able to see it once too. So it'll even work on people taller than you. So I'm in nice and tight. I have it all down. I can't quite get it. My palm goes to that tricep. Just reap it over, and that makes it nice. Boom, bringing everything down. Just keep going until he falls over. He falls over, knee to the ribs. Now I've got him pretty well stuck. I pull in on the tricep. I'm not quite getting it. I can readjust by reaping it, slide up to that elbow, and then I get it. Thank you, sir. Any questions? Good. All right, let's see it. Hey! That's a good clap. You guys are on point. Love it. Now you're too deep on the elbow.
Okay.
Yeah, keep your forearm there.
Right there.
Yeah. Now hug that thing. Yeah, if you're lucky, his shoulder pops out and you don't have to arm bar it. Yeah. What's that?
Or not choke, arm bar.
I don't have a name for the arm bar.
Yeah.
It sounds, it's standing on it, that sounds right. It's kind of a ghost arm bar. If I was on the ground, that's what I'd call it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, my school calls it the telephone pole.
That works for me. Yeah.
The tap works.
Yeah. Now, I need his hands still stuck here. Yeah. So go down lower there. Now attack that elbow. Did you get it? No. Something they could have changed. You were attacking there. Reap it, and then attack there. Yeah. It's you like. Did it hurt your elbow or your tricep when he got you? Just okay. You were attacking side. Make sure you reap it all you need, and then attack against the grain. You'll have a better luck using your forearm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There?
Yep.
Got anything?
And now you see how you're pushing here?
Yeah.
Reap her. I'm going to reap your tricep.
Yep.
Reap it, meaning do that.
Oh, okay.
And now attack down.
There we go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that I felt it. Yeah, did the tricep spinny turn.
Here, let me. So if I'm in here, what I mean by reap is I'm going to push your tricep up.
Yep. Ooh.
I'll get that on the ground wherever it is and just readjusting it.
When we do the arm bar,
Yeah.
you kind of go up and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was a pleasure meeting
It was
you.
so nice to meet you.
very much.
Absolutely. Thank you for the discussion too. It was wonderful.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's so nice to meet you. We'll see you again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now you see you're on that tricep. Find that elbow, and keep that weight on him. There we go. You can make it really uncomfortable for him with that knee.
No, I use that one a lot. I was gonna say, Cadbury. Yes, sir. Like same concept.
Yeah.
I do this one a lot too. Like, so you got here, obviously you get your finish. And I'll do, I mean, literally the same technique. I literally will take that step over.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're all day.
Go to that far side. All day.
Hey, it's worked on me before.
That crunch though is like just awesome. Like to finish it where you're not even like having to change
Yeah.
position.
The only reason I don't do that is I don't like being under him.
Sure.
Even though I'm gonna get it, I still don't like that thought of being. If I'm on top, I can always hit him.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's like
It's
able to do it with one less move.
and it's such a slick looking armbar. Everyone loves that one.
Yeah.
Like,
By the time you get around, it's already sunk in.
yeah, there's really no danger to it. I just I don't know. I like hitting people.
No, I'm with you. Like I said, it's that's one that I always do.
Yeah.
I guess I never really realized that it's right there, even in a simpler version.
Yep.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Cut out an extra step.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, you're so welcome.
It's hard with the different sizes. You do adjust.
It will be, yeah.
So.
It might actually be easier for him. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's hard both sides. I don't know. I would think it would be harder for you to find the spot because you'd be way up higher. But for him, it would be. He's running away from you. Quick, get him. Keep that elbow back. You're stay down for me, sir. So you were in there.
Yep.
Your elbow got high in there.
Yes.
It'll just be easier for you keeping it back here. Attack him with the blade of your arm. Once I'm in here, there's more space.
So how do you get that? Yeah, how do you turn it over? So you're turning it over with your wrist?
Yeah, I just,
Okay.
and that's uncomfortable for him right there.
Okay.
I can also put more weight on him with my my knee, and then I bring everything in. As soon as I'm here, there's just more space. There's more skin, more muscle, and all that.
Yep.
There's more room for him to not tap.
Right.
When I'm on that wrist, that forearm bone, there's very little room with it.
So I'm
And I
turning-
can always rotate it.
So I'm turning to the right angle
Yes.
with that, and then using that
Yep.
to pull it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I have to drive all these guys home. Like, I don't want to send you to your parents.
What's that? Yep, I trap it between my shoulder and my. Always got the hyper flexible. Yeah. I don't have that. Mine hardly goes straight. Hey, time. Does anyone have any questions about anything we've done?
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So, it wouldn't be difficult to maybe dislocate an arm with.
Ye-
How professionally does that happen often?
Dislocations of arms?
Yeah. Like at speed, I could imagine that just.
Probably more in the practice room than in fights. In fights, you're so sweaty and all that, it's hard to get that grip to necessarily reap everything. Most people don't, I haven't seen this takedown done very often live in fights because of how sweaty they can get. So I can imagine it would. I am attacking the shoulder, and that would, their option is dislocate or fall over. And they all try not to fall over, so they're more willing to let an arm dislocate, be torn out. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, no, I just wanted from your experience.
Yeah, I wish I had a percentage or a number of how many people fall over as opposed to dislocate, but every athlete, they all think they're tougher than they are, and I'm not gonna fall, and then it falls out, kind of thing.
So just having done some like no-gi and that type of stuff, and you're right about the sweatiness thing. So is that kind of why you said earlier, like you strike them until they want to submit?
Yes.
And then you strike them until they're going to submit because like trying to grapple for arms.
Yep.
You're going to slide out.
Yeah, as soon as it goes to the ground, be on top. I know jiu-jitsu's you'll get those guys that are super good at jiu-jitsu that can roll all over on the ground. They still don't get the submission most of the time. They make me fear the submission, and the judges might score it as a potential submission, which is a whole nother topic I disagree with the judges on. But they get so sweaty, it's hard to finish submissions. You've got to really have it in. So most of the submissions I do, it's all from being on top, where I can either attack the arm or I can hit them. Hitting them is always more fun. The people that hit make more money too.
Well, the exciting fight thing.
Yeah. I mean, the difference between me TKOing someone and me armbarring someone is like 50 grand. That's what they want to see, the knockout more than they want to see the submission. Anything else you guys want to know about my career, the UFC, Dana White, anyone or anything? Any questions you have about that? Yes, sir.
Favorite win?
My favorite win is against Nate Marquardt. My best one was against Rashad Evans. That's just the one everyone knows. But Nate Marquardt, he was my coach on The Ultimate Fighter. So I got to fight my coach in the UFC. And like I said, I've got over 80 fights, 25 fights in the UFC. I have done more in my career than anyone. I mean, there are so few people that have more fights than me. It's like, who's the Bellator guy that's suing him right now?
Cowboy?
What's that?
Cowboy Cerrone's a lot of fights, right?
I've got more.
You got more than Cowboy?
He's got more in the UFC. I have more total. He's just been in the UFC longer. I've had years where I fought 12 times in a year, just constantly. So I've got over 80 fights. I think Cowboy's probably 50 or 60. His were UFC 50 or 60, where mine were 25 UFC. But
Is that the guy who got kissed and he knocked the guy out before the fight?
no, that was Heath Herring. Yeah. And I didn't fault him. Yeah, you lost the fight. You don't get to fight, but it's probably worth it. Yes, sir.
So you got 6 kids?
I do.
Do you teach them?
All of my kids, my last one was born at home. The other 5 were at the gym before they made it home. We went from the hospital to the gym. Dan Henderson held all my kids before we went home with them. Hopefully they don't fight, but they'll all know how to.
I'm curious about the showmanship side of things, because it feels like, especially in recent years, like for weigh-ins and sort of stuff, fighters play up the heat in between each other. How much of that is real, and how much of that is a little bit?
100% of it's fake. Like no fighter cares. I mean, I shouldn't say 100%, but real close to that. Conor McGregor changed the game as far as the UFC goes. I mean, I know there was Ali and not really Tyson, but Ali before McGregor and Chael Sonnen. Problem with Chael is he didn't win. The 2 most important things. Chael's a friend of mine. I can say it. He would come back with something snappier than I've got. But the 2 most important things: you've got to win and you've got to sell yourself. Every fighter except for Chael Sonnen and Conor McGregor do not sell themselves. They try to all be Conor McGregor because none of them are smart enough to be Chael Sonnen, myself included. You want to be yourself, just louder. And every fighter, they get in there and they get the microphone. And I want to thank my team, and I want to thank my wife. It's like, yeah, we thank them backstage. Say something now that makes somebody remember what you've just done. And you get a couple of guys that have the Black Beast. My balls is hot. It was brilliant. Every now and then, there's a guy like 2 weekends ago who said his wife's got a dump truck. And it just went everyone's going to remember him forevermore because he took care of that moment. Now you get everyone just trying to be Conor, trying to fake the beef. The problem is everyone realizes they're trying to be Conor, and so nobody cares about it. Conor is Conor. Don't try and be Conor. Be yourself, just louder. If you're a smiley ginger guy, make sure you smile and be ginger as often as you can.
Did Conor will ever fight again?
I do, but I thought he was going to fight Chandler earlier this year. And I don't fault him for pulling out. If I was worth $500 million and my pinky toe is broken, I probably wouldn't fight either. So I'll fight again some other time. I mean, and it's crazy. He's the only fighter in the world whose stock has not gone down. The next time he fights will be one of the most watched fights in history of, I don't even care who he fights. If he fights Oliveira or Cerrone or whoever else next, he's going to sell. He just has that gift. He makes people care.
What do you think is going to happen with Mike Tyson?
I think he's going to lose. I think Mike Tyson's going to lose. He's a 60-year-old man. He's fighting a kid. Jake Paul is a garbage boxer. He's not good at it. He's athletic, and it'll carry a long ways, but there's a reason he's calling out old, retired wrestler fighters. Anderson Silva, I think, was the one striker he fought, and Anderson Silva was 50 years old. he's going to fight Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson isn't going to have the gas tank to go 8 rounds. Maybe if Tyson wins, it'll be because he lands something in the first round or 2. But I'm sure Paul knows, oh yeah, just kind of stick the jab and move first round, and Tyson will slow down. So I'm taking Paul, even though I really don't want him to. Every boxer Paul has ever fought, he's lost to.
Karate combat. What got you into it?
It was the only people that would fight me. I mean, after I left the UFC, I searched everywhere. Bare knuckle boxing, the toughest, manliest, blah, blah, a bunch of sissies. Not a one of them would fight me. And they kept saying, they kept, oh, we got something, and they've got no one. Russia wouldn't fight me. Local shows wouldn't fight me. I couldn't get anyone to say yes, so I started, I saw my first karate combat card. A friend of mine is Raymond Daniels. If any of you know who Raymond Daniels is, look into him. Oh, did you? Oh, I can't hold it against you. He'd beat me up. He would turn me into a wrestler so fast. Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess I'm wrestling now. He's just faster and quicker. He's incredible. And I've trained with him more than once, and he's just wonderful. So I saw online, yeah, I'm fighting tonight, tune in to watch. It'll be on YouTube. So I tuned in and just fell in love with it. So, I mean, from that moment on, I started DMing him, pinging them, sharing them, following them, doing everything I can. Eventually, they reached out to me. Hey, do you want to fight for us? I said, yes, I do. I said, okay. And then I had to convince them I knew karate. I didn't lie, but I exaggerated.
There is some ground striking in karate combat.
There is. So they just changed, up until like 6 months ago, it was you had 5 seconds to ground and pound. You're not allowed to shoot, but I can throw them, I can trip them, I can yeet them, as the kids are saying. Right? You say yeet, probably? Yeah, yeet. And skibbity. So I can get them on the ground. And 7 months ago, I had 5 seconds to beat them up. They changed it now. As long as I'm working to finish and one knee is off the ground, I can keep going. As soon as 2 knees are on the ground, it's stand back up. Or if the action slows down, they stand us back up. So it's a fun rule. It's a much faster sport than the UFC because you don't have to worry about the wrestling or the jiu-jitsu. More questions about anything? I've been doing it for yes, sir.
What was your fastest knockout?
My second amateur fight was 12 seconds I knocked him out in. In the UFC, I think my fastest was like 1 minute and 10 seconds. I believe that was against Dan Kelly over in Australia. But I've had I think in the UFC I had 6 or 7 knockouts. I'm over 30 knockouts total for a career. 3 submissions. My MMA professional debut, I got a submission. I didn't train a day of jiu-jitsu, but you grab anything and twist it far enough, they'll tap. And that was my idea and it worked. Anything else I can add? What's that? My man.
There you go.
My man.
So, okay. Was he a good addition? Yes, sir. There you go.
Oh, thank you guys.
All right. We're never on time. We're on Marshall time. So I understand that some people may have to get up and go. I bought 2 sheet pizzas, even if you're just taking it for the road. Grab a slice or 2, go. But make sure our special guest gets them because he hasn't had buffalo pizza. He has a pizza truck. I mean, if I would have known, I would have said, drive it up. We can set up there. It'd be all good. But, he hasn't had buffalo pizza. Of course, we're not eating too much because we're going to.
Oh, yeah. No.
Gotta go for wings.
I'm a heavyweight now. I eat whatever. I eat it all.
And he's flying out tomorrow. So, if you haven't done a photo op with him, definitely take the time. Like I said, we've got the group photos. I've already, there's some stuff online. There'll be more. And I would know Mr. Davison will put his Google.
I'll post the Google album to all the school owners' sites so you can help yourself.
And if anyone wants to spar me or roll with me or just punch me a little bit, happy to do it. I always, and if anyone wants to, and I'm the nice, you hit me as hard as you want and I'll go real soft. But if you elbow me, I'm going to elbow you back.
Well, then we might have to sign away. So, which actually, if I would have known we were talking about the one event, you did that as a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Which, if I would have known, we could have.
Oh, yeah.
So, this event, I didn't get, I want to listen, for all these events, anyone can teach, anyone can host. What makes it a successful event is all the support we got from everybody. And it starts with the instructors being open to come and bring their students, because at one time we know that wasn't the way, but now this is the way. Yes, that was a Mandalorian comment. And I always appreciate the sport, but like, Janice and I have had a rough last 6 months because of complications of a car accident, all this other stuff, and so many things, and I understand, like, with also Mr. Guida being gone at the moment, everyone's been covering for him. Now he's back in his school, but it's a slow progress. I'm looking forward to yet next year, the same thing. We're gonna be a little later. Couple things, wanna make sure that there's less conflicts. Some people went to Capital Conquest this weekend, and initially Andre was supposed to be up there, and then they decided to hang out with us instead, which I think that was the better choice. Because you got to meet Sam. And, you know, and how was that for a short little demo? Did he not look sharp? So, as always, growing the team, more people here, more stuff. I like the diversity of the systems, and we got more things coming up. So, with no further ado, if everyone position, or these are my kids, position one. So we have two positions, standing and the sitting. Like, for the kids, we don't use crisscross applesauce because that's so baby. I can imagine that saying was what I'm teaching at the academy. Give me crisscross applesauce, you moron! I'm like, can't do that. All right, so attention, courtesy. Thank you so much, everyone. And it's open match, so if you want to get hit by the heavyweight champ, by all means.
Thank you very much.
Oh, absolutely. No, thank you guys. Thank you all.
If you have a wristband, that way
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Oh, absolutely. No, it's truly my pleasure.
Want a picture?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Oh. I'll leave it up to
I wanted to ask, is that a wireless mic?
It is.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, it works really well for me.
Yeah.
Little downside is if I'm running.
We got the first guy to roll with here.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Oh, thank you.
Miss Janice, is there some cheese?
Absolutely. You're so welcome. Yeah, absolutely. My friend Colin.
Do you want the first slice here?
No, it's all yours.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're so welcome. And nice to meet you.
Sam, what's your weight class? What's your actual weight right now?
I'm like 170.
No way.
We're at 215. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
So if you're having pizza, we got
Oh, yeah.
chairs.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
As well,
Come on in, my friend.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, shoot me that message. Like I said, if I can make it, I'm gonna put some guys there. I'll definitely come.
Everyone flex.
You know.
Thank you very
Oh,
much.
you're very welcome. Thank you for coming out.
170, I ate sandwiches that were.
Oh, okay.
One, two, three. 1, 2.
Thank you. No, thank you. It's so nice to meet
Thank you so much, sir. That was really, really wonderful instruction.
you. No, thank you. I really appreciate it.
Evan, before you get pizza.
Come on in. How you doing today? Good. How are you? Oh, feeling wonderful.
Okay, you guys ready?
Everyone's got a grab one slice.
It's so nice to meet you.
This guy looks like
Yeah, come on down.
Only 6'2", come on now.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're very welcome. Sir, I would love nothing more.
Then everyone, they're all gonna stand. Just do 2 tables.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for coming out.
I do kind of want to get hit by it too, but I don't know if they'll take it nowadays.
All right, please take a slice.
It'll be as soft as you want it to be. Yeah, absolutely.
Don't make me twist the arm. I know how to twist the arm. I'll let just the experts do it. I can do that too. To make you take a piece of pizza.
Oh, you're very welcome. I think my dad came up with it. We were just trying to sit around the table and say, hey, I'm gonna do this. That's cool. Something catchers and just, it worked really well.
I'll head out after this. I just didn't want to take a surprise.
I'll worry about him.
Thank you.
Oh, more people than not calling, hey, Smiley, you're that Smiley guy, right?
Yeah.
And then it works.
It definitely, yeah. But you see, it works, it's memorable.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Wow, how old are you?
11, 10, 8, 25-year-olds, 2.
Thanks for beating me up. Thanks for beating me up in church.
Yo, at all times I am here. When I fight, it's sometimes that is harder. I get
Feel free to have a seat. We have chairs.
They've all been, aliens. They've been around.
See, there we go. One person.
Second one,
Business. I'm saying. Yeah, we gotta get back for junior.
All right, well, safe travels then. I'll see you.
See you later, John. Did you take a slice?
Glad you got it trained a little.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, good to see you, Laura.
My parents live about an hour and a half away, so it's real busy. Sometimes I come on down there. For most of our life, like going to
Is this from next door?
This from next door. Yep, but it is Pudgy's.
now it's so nice having them. Have the pizza. Come whenever. They love doing it. I'll send the kids out to them.
Dropping full splits.
I'm not letting you go.
Oh, you want me to roll?
Oh, no, yeah. I got something to roll with.
This is your entertainment,
This is
huh?
my entertainment. This is good. Yep.
This is
No, not right here. It's my fault. How much? Okay.
What are we doing? Just jujitsu?
Yeah.
Well, wrestling. You want to hit me? Not preferably. Nacho just wants to make me look bad.
Oh, no, you don't need anybody.
Is it mouthpiece?
No. Oh, he put his in. Oh, snap. Nobody ever did.
There's no sarcasm there.
No, I feel like Rip. You got that.
Should have warned you, he's jury jiu-jitsu, not Brazilian.
I'm gonna try. I gotta go to, too bad, it'll be Saratoga, Easter, and then Phoenix. That's a lot right there.
What you guys are gonna do.
Fire 'em out, I'm gonna stand up. When I get Professor Jared.
There you go. Congratulations. Good. Did he grab? Oh, yeah, he's eating too. Good.
With your mouthful of pizza, and we'll talk to you while you're mouthful of pizza. Thank you very much for your presentation, by the way, and it was beautiful to see traditional classical martial art classes. That makes me so happy to see you.
Well, what I enjoy.
Yes. I feel like today people don't appreciation for classical gone away from it. So
much there. And I struggle with that in the Kung Fu all the time. You know, when I look at the class scores and how people
And if I,
gone away from
man,
you know,
Where'd it go?
it's this.
Yeah.
Look all my bags here.
That's how my teachers teach me. So,
Yes.
and that's why, like, for me, all of that is very, very important. But a lot of people don't understand that and they make fun of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
They just see this. I'm like, what is this? That'll never work in UFC. We're not in the UFC. I'm gonna take this thumb, I'm gonna put it in your eye, and I'm gonna.
Yep. So when you were talking about the transition to this, it's a technique that I did about the this. So
right.
every movement's a hit. Every technique is that. I was like, rock on that.
Oh, thank you.
So, you know, we'll hopefully see you again here or whatever.
Of course. Well, I'm gonna start
You know.
start going to tournaments again. This year I haven't been able to, just because I'm feeling this.
Yes.
So, like now I just started to start training slow.
Yes.
So
Good.
then I'm gonna go back and go full force.
Good to be back at it. You will. Take care.
Thank
okay?
you.
Woo, man.
I had a dart. Yeah, I had a dart. Mark Jr. showed me years ago.
Let's go to roll, people.
He's got, Mark Jr. is bigger than me. He's got arms like tiny.
What's up?
Do you know, do we have flyers for our tournament yet? Or do you have them?
I'll send you a flyer. So I actually created, no, he has a flyer. Well, no, he's a digital copy. I'll send you a digital copy. So I actually put it up in my, I have a montage of events and stuff that comes through, so it's up there. And I'll print up the poster now that this event's done. I'm gonna see it here.
Maybe I'm just starting.
Now they've opened up, since they've gone more straight by video.
Sorry?
You'll be on video. But they're starting to open up.
Okay, I got the long one. Couple different numbers for you. Okay, so you got it. Who's the guy who ran over karate? I'll never forget, I went to the tournament. Yeah, you got the long, no. So when we went down, we stopped and we got the flyers off. You never said, hey, would you like to show you around? This customer service. I'm just, he was really nice when he came to Buffalo. But had you, if you were dropping events off here, I'd say, hey, can I give you your money?
We're gonna stop.
Like you were, like I said, I was really impressed. You were able to hold that and go low, go high, go back. He could do that like a top board while doing it and not know where it is. Slot. Yeah. Downgraded tactics. Yes.
No, dude. Are you confiscating it?
I hate something.
Yeah. On our road.
No!
I gave you one, right?
Yes, I have it.
You're gonna have some. Right? Oh, man. All right.
Yep, well, you'll see me on Tuesday. Ooh.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you for calling the hit. Oh, I've been on the page.
Now, does karate comment, do they allow?
Chris, I'd have you fight, but you hit him in the groin. I don't want that.
There's always one attack.
Hit him and break it out.
Okay.
They allow you to use those for sweeps, essentially, takedowns.
I can sweep, I can kick, I can do whatever I want. Tell all of them. For most of crime, so they were around since 2016. Most of it was only tech.
Sorry, what?
They didn't want people to.
I'm responding to somebody else at the same time.
So he's not.
Soft copy, I'll have one I can.
President Awesome.
Fire for the next round.
He's trying to make
Oh, I can
complete fighters.
I'll send it to you.
They want to make it so. If you're a movie Thai
Oh,
guy,
okay. Well,
you got kickboxers.
I already, she's got the digital copy. So she's good. No, I already took care of it.
Say, you ready to, I'm ready to sign up for karate combat, man. How are we doing? Let's do the tryouts.
Oh, this is so much fun. If you ever get the chance to go, it's so much more fun than the UFC. It's just, it's a smaller crowd.
I like the arena.
I hate watching fights in a cage. Like, if you're in UFC, you're still watching the screen. If you be ringside, you're still watching the screen. Kind of you're watching them. There's just nothing in between.
How does that play into, like, was that a lot to get used to?
Yes, it completely changed the way I fought. I've always been a guy, I fight backwards, I'm a counter striker. I keep my back foot against the cage and I'll take it down. Karate combat, you can't do it because it's a slant.
Right.
If I go there, I'm gonna fall over. And I can't even push
Be able to push off.
because of the slant, you can't really do it. You can kind of get going sideways, push off, but the big L, I haven't seen it work yet. But the actual pushing off.
What's the guy's name that would run up and jump off the cage?
Anthony Pettis.
Yeah.
So, we did a stick fight version of that in Canada with acrylic. And I was the one that did, I did that, of course, Ryan, the movie star, he usually like jumps halfway across the ring.
Oh, sure.
But I'm like, bang, I'm like, okay, I saw, hey, if Brad Pitt can do it. It's not the Superman one, it's the Brad Pitt. I can guarantee you that's where it came from.
Well, thank you for the grab.
No, thank you for the work, thank you for the demonstrations too. It was very cool to see. Because I'm always so impressed with the guys that can control their legs like that. It's just, I've got a certain ability to do it, but not like that. Like I can impress guys that have never done it before. You impress me, who's tried to do it for a long time. And
I appreciate kind of where it's.
Although, when we were here back in March, there was no one impressed. There's still lost there. We were all frustrated. Actually, you would arrive with this. The whole world, like, we're here Friday and Saturday. No one had that flex. You were the most. People like you, believe that I'm gonna air it out.
Yeah, you either got it or you don't, right? Kind of squeeze in underneath you. Sorry, man.
Is he the one that did the switch kick to?
Oh, you're kicking so.
Actually, it was knocked out into this. Flying switch kick. Appreciate it.
He's the one that you'll see like always move and he points out.
I'm working. He's all corners and training. So every name has 6 syllables, and you gotta remember all of them.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm always for myself.
Just finished the seminar.
Yeah. UFC's great. UFC's nice, and then I know the fight.
Sliding and
Right now, it doesn't have that just yet, where I can't beat for guys that don't know about yet, but they're working wanted, you can talk to them, they would do everything they could to find out a fair match. They've had a couple 50-year-olds going at it before. Different size, they were the same size, but they had older and younger and this and that. If you want, especially having a school like you do and having a ball like you do, then I would go out and try to find some, make it a fair fight.
Absolutely. I would say a lot of it is like a lot of my kicks isn't like, I mean, I still do a lot of like heavy back work or clappers or paddles, but I do a lot of stuff
So,
like
I'll see
just
what I
on
can
the
do. All right, cool.
wall, just
All right, I'm
like,
gonna come on back so I can get here, chickens and stuff, so.
right, to be able to.
All right,
The question is, can you do a lot of that stuff when you can't grab your hands?
What's that?
So a lot of what I do is like I'll throw on like,
Shield. You got like no grip a lot of times. That's
Yeah.
what I was trying to figure out. I was watching you guys. I'm like, how can I use that leverage? And like,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
we
I
play with it
think
all the time trying to figure it out.
my seatbelt takedown that we were doing today, I think that would work because I don't need to lock my hands. I can just have my weight on my overhead. I keep my hands as close together as I can. I think that would work. And you have what, 10 seconds to beat them up in all the different leagues?
2 leagues and there's always discrepancies.